live. We're at 5. We are in Up NYC, ladies and gentlemen, and this is surreal to me. Like, it keeps getting better and better. When I started this, I had no idea how far I was gonna go, how creative it was gonna get. My guest is DJ Surge. We did this before, but we ain't gonna talk about that. This is the best. Act two. For those that don't know me and are new to the show, welcome. Thank you for coming. I hope you come back. I've been doing this for about 2 years. Surge, I met, in the industry, in the nightlife. We got similar friends. I love his story. Original Bronx TS, one of Fat Joe's dear friends from the beginning, from 14, 15. We're gonna get into that. He's a dad, he's a son, great parents. We're gonna get into that. A lot of us don't have that. I have my dad, bro. So I be doing interviews and I really cherish that question, bro. I'm like, Mom and Dad? Yeah. Niggas be like, yup. I'm like, damn it. I'm not hating, but I'm like, yo, that's beautiful, man. We're gonna get into your parents. The committee, you got something new? You and your brothers. I'm gonna try to remember the names. There's a lot of them. Precise. Rafi Mercado, Nino Flex, DJ Pep. Yes. Wait, I'm forgetting one. J Boogie NYC. And the extreme. This nigga, he been making too many appearances on my show. Elliot, you gotta start paying me, bro. Elliot, the biggest, the baddest in the Bronx, in New York rather. He put all these brothers together, man, and they did a great job. They had one show so far? One show so far. And killed it. Crazy. Old school party. Yes. What is that? Before we get into, I like to do the tease, but let's get into that right away. What is that? What was that party? What was the core?
Well, it was, we put a group of DJs together. Elliot put them together. We all know each other. We all work together. And we put that team together just to bring back some old school flavor, like a dope party where people are dancing, singing, not the typical party where you go to and people sitting on the couches and just standing around on the phone.
No Drake?
No Drake. Drake wasn't there. Lil Wayne wasn't there. It was
none of
just
that
a
music.
party.
It was
none of that. We wasn't playing. It was straight hardcore, anything old
90s?
school, 80s, 90s,
Redman?
70s,
Redman?
everything.
Damn.
Man. We did everything.
I missed that one, man. And you know why I missed it? Me and Kurt was on the phone trying to get my episode up. It was a Friday. And I was bothering this man, and he treated me good. At no point yo, Ab, I got you, man. Give me a second. So that's why I missed the party, because me and him were trying to drop it by 12 a.m. So there was no way I was gonna be at a fucking party trying to drop my episode at the same time. My nerves was all shot, because I take this shit serious, man. I love this shit. But we here, baby. Let's get to it. Born and raised, baby. Talk about it.
I was born and raised in the Bronx, right around the corner from here, from the store.
Wow, really?
I'm from 158 in Cortland, Jackson Projects, Vietnam Projects. So I was here since, I guess I got to take my age since the 70s, and like I said, I was born into hip hop, the culture, the dancing, the graffiti, DJing. I'm a product. I'm a product of it. So I'm happy to say I'm from the Bronx.
No, I like the because we talk all the time, and you mentioned that you were there because recently it was the 50th anniversary. It's probably 51 now, but you were actually there, bro, for these parties, with all these legends.
Yeah, I was there from Cool Herc, Jazzy J, Grandmaster Flash, and everybody.
Crazy Legs,
Crazy Legs, a good friend of mine. Shout out to Crazy Legs, a good friend of mine. The Rocksteady crew. I was there since the birth of it. I grew up, one of the first places I went to as a kid. I couldn't get into clubs. I was too young, but I was going to the Skate Key and on Allison Avenue, and that was my club. So I was dancing, skating, and then they would throw everybody out at midnight, and then it would turn into a club, and people were dancing and break dancing. We used to battle against Crazy Legs and Rocksteady crew and everybody. So, and we used to sneak on to do the train thing and do graffiti on the trains. We'll get into it later, but one of my first...
young kids are getting a lesson right now.
So one of my first arrests as a kid, as a child, it was graffiti. They caught me doing graffiti on the wall. Wow. They arrested me. They sprayed me with paint, the police. They took me to the precinct.
With the same can you had?
The same can, yeah.
Wow.
And then my mother had to come get me, and then my mother made me walk all the way home. She took a cab. She made me walk home.
That
was my first time getting with the Lord.
So the legendary stories about hip hop in the Bronx, that's and the what the buildings were burned down, all that crazy cars burned down,
True.
poverty was crazy.
Yeah, everything was burnt down. But the people burnt down the buildings. That's something you have to Google up, and I don't want to take too much time.
The landlords.
But they burned it down to get all the metal out and all that stuff, just to make
the
money
copper
off.
and all
Yeah,
that
yeah. That's what that.
Ain't that a bitch?
Every building got burnt down, mostly because of that.
Well, I grew up in West One of Freeman, and when I moved in that neighborhood around, I was 6 or 7 years old. The building that I moved into was brand new, and everything around me was burnt. But that was our playground. The abandoned buildings was our playground.
My first, I got a cut here. You can't really zoom into it, but my first cut here was crawling into an abandoned building and cutting my hand in there somewhere. And when I came out, my hand was all full of blood. But that was my playground with rock fighting, bottle fighting, zip guns. It was the best thing.
Crazy.
Manhunt, tag inside there.
And you know what's crazy? My son can't go outside.
Right.
My son is 12. School, basketball, okay, real quick, home. Our parents are just, you know what? Go play. But it was a different time. The neighborhood took care of you.
Yeah, that's what I told my son. I tell him, I said, the best time of my life as a kid, I was outside all the time, getting dirty. I come home black, my hands trained.
No game
my
systems.
kids don't do that. So it's a double-edged sword. You want your kids to enjoy life outside, but you also want them to be safe at home. So it's a double-edged sword. I don't know which one to do.
That's a fact. And Vietnam, what does that mean for people that don't know exactly?
Vietnam, so it's a part of the Bronx. There's some projects in the Bronx. They're on
Cortland.
So it's more on Park Avenue. Cortland.
Oh, okay.
If you say you're from Cortland, people they put it together where they got to be from Vietnam because Cortland's one Ave, Park Avenue is the next avenue.
Okay.
Vietnam is actually.
And then that's the block that Lincoln Hospital is on, correct?
Well,
no?
yeah, but it's on the opposite side.
Oh, okay.
It's on 149th.
Oh, okay.
It's that way, but the same. But so Vietnam, the way it got its name was originally you know what Pebble Beach is. If y'all don't know what Pebble Beach is all the little rocks on top of the project.
The rooftop, baby.
That we call it Pebble Beach. Meet me on Pebble Beach. Meet me on Pebble Beach. So these rocks, people would put it in bags or pillowcases. So when the police would come, they would take those bags and throw it on the police cars.
Damn.
And then blow. Vietnam, the actual building was like 22 stories high, something like that.
Oh, so it's coming down with force.
Come down with force. They'll destroy a police car.
Damn.
That's how it started, the name. And then they started throwing microwaves, they started throwing refrigerators, and the cops would call it Vietnam. But we in Vietnam is what they call it. But then as time progressed, the 80s, 89, 90, like drugs, crack, dope, then people started getting shot and robbed, and became worse. Right now is the worst it's ever been.
Right now?
So, yeah, it's bad
Really?
over there. Yeah.
Oh,
So that's how I got the name. And after people started getting shot.
I thought he was gonna say it's getting better.
If you drove over there, if you drove over there right now, today, you close the camera, go over there right now, you're gonna see cops on every corner. A van here, a van there, a van
So
there.
it's been like that for decades.
Well, now all the young rappers are there from B Love, Shy EK. Shout out to them. They from the project. They from Melrose and Jackson and stuff like that. So they're the younger, the younger.
So it's like it's still wild compared.
Super wild.
Damn, that's crazy.
The difference between then and then now they don't have no, they just doing wild shit, like they don't care who's around. When I was growing up, it was more like, all right, watch it, Miss Rivera's coming down the block or whatever. People had.
They cared about the neighborhood.
Respect to the kids and the older. Now it's worse now.
Let's talk about your parents. What you mentioned, your mom. What was that like? Were they together? You had both?
Mom and dad, yeah, I had my mom and dad. They were always there with me. They always supported me, pushed me to school. They were great parents. They were, they worked hard. My father passed away when I was 16. I was just going into high school. That death in my family that made me stray off. But my mother was over there. My mother remarried. Then my stepdad, he was amazing. He was I couldn't have been blessed with another dad, what I mean? Like he was amazing, and they was together until he passed away. So my mother's strong. She lost 2 husbands because of cancer.
And we still got mom.
But 30, yeah. So she's still around.
She in the same hood?
She don't leave. So when my mom, I tell my mom, look, mom, when I hit the lotto or something, do you want me to buy you a house like in Puerto Rico, Florida. She was like, no, just buy me a house up the hill. I want to still live here, just up the hill.
You told me she still takes her car, goes shopping.
Yeah, she walks around.
The hood don't fuck. So wait, in the same neighborhood that you just told me is crazy, mom does not want to leave that neighborhood.
Nah, she said they know who she is. They know who she is, but not you know like
They-
I'm
they-
not
they
gonna
respect.
big myself up, but I hate up a lot of the people that's still there. They all know who I am. So although my mother has a lot of respect, they all know like, well, she has a crazy son too. They're still around. He's lurking around. I said, just let that old lady do what she's doing. Let her play her numbers.
She ain't bother nobody.
She ain't bother nobody. So she has a lot of respect because of her, but also because of me. You know, like I did a lot of dumb shit when I was growing up in the hood. So, but I still can go back. Like I'm gonna leave right now, go over there, hang out in the hood, whatever. It's still my block. I mean, I moved to Florida for 20 years, and then I came back, obviously. But you know, I did enough shit out there just to.
No, and you know what? Respect your neighborhood, you know, because you gotta respect the elders, you know. You gotta, and you know what's crazy, bro? In my hood, growing up, I hated the elders because they snitch on you.
Yeah.
My mom's at work.
Yep.
Once she comes home, the OGs come here, your son, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah. I was always getting told. So all the block parties I did a lot of block parties, hooky parties in my house when my mother was away. And they would always tell my mother, Miss Rivera, your son did another party. It was like 100 kids in here from the high school. So I was always getting told on because I did all the parties. That's how I first started DJing, doing hooky parties. Everybody would leave there and come to my house. And my furniture be outside in the hallway by the elevator. My brother come home like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, got everything outside. I didn't do it, they did it. And it'd be like 100 kids.
I was just gonna ask you, how was your childhood? But so that was your first introduction to DJing when you, as a kid?
My brother, my cousin used to DJ in the early 80s. They were DJing. So when they bought their own equipment, they had the records and all that stuff. They plugged it in. The best thing that they could have invented was the shit where you plug everything. What do you call that shit again? The extension cord where you plug everything in there. Anyway, it was all connected to one. So I knew how to just hit the button and turn everything on. They had so much shit. I didn't know how to turn everything on by itself, but that one button turned everything on. So once I hit that, everything turned on, and they would be gone. My brother worked. My cousin worked. They worked. I'll be home after school. I come home after school. I start DJing this shit. I thought, you know, and it came naturally. It's not like it took me. I swear to God, maybe 2 days, 3 days. I was already DJing, blending and stuff like that. It just came naturally.
It just came to you.
My ear, it's something about my ear picked up highs and lows, and I just knew how to do it. Plus, I know how to dance too at that time. So by the time my brother came, he was like, who's DJing right now? He called me one day. The shit was sounding good. He called me. I was like, oh shit. But he's like, yo, you're doing dope. Like that was dope. So I started DJing, and then he let me. Then he for him it was more for himself.
Yeah.
I ended up taking it more to another level. I started doing hooky parties and getting in trouble and shit. Like that.
You knew right away you wanted to do this for the rest of your life?
Yeah, I knew it was just something natural. It was just something.
Even if you got a real job, I'm gonna DJ somewhere.
Yeah, I've been DJing pretty much since the 80s, all the way to now. In between then, I've had jobs, you know, like little jobs. But my main job was DJ. I DJed almost my entire life, you know, since I was a kid, all the way to now. That's all I know how to do.
No, that's amazing, bro.
You know, and you know, I'm gonna retire DJ. So I'm gonna keep doing it as long as I can dye my beard.
No shame here. I forgot to dye my beard this week, by the way. I almost did it. I didn't have enough time.
As long as I can dye my beard and hang with the young boys and all that stuff, I'm gonna keep doing it. I mean, that's something we talked about before. Like I keep up with the time. I'm always reinventing myself with the music. I stay in tune with the music. I know what's popping. You know, so it's just as long as the music stays popping, I'm still gonna know how to DJ. You know, there's nothing gonna change about DJ. I'm still gonna know how to DJ. So just as long as the music is hot, people want it, and I know what it is, I'm gonna keep doing it until I can't.
No, hey man, and you're good at it. You know what I'm saying? You know, no, you're good at it, bro. Like, there's one thing that I bet I've been with you in plenty spots. I was with Nino and Frank Roth this Friday in Queens.
One of my favorite DJs, Nino Flex. I really enjoy hearing him.
Not that he's on the committee.
Yeah, no.
Really,
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of all DJs. I'm a fan. If you see me in a corner, it's not because I'm hating on that. Because I love music, and especially if I always ask. You ask Elliot, I'll text him like, yo, who's DJing? What time is this set? because I want to.
come as a fan.
Yeah, I come as a fan. I just be listening, you know, and I like, oh shit, this is dope. Sometimes they play stuff that I didn't even think about. But I'm like, yo, he fucking played that shit. That shit's dope, man.
You know what's crazy? When we went to Queen, because Frank was on 1st, and then Nino was after. So we got there, a little early, and I actually, Nino Flex actually told me, yo, I love the way Frank DJs, and I'm like I didn't say nothing, but the fact that you can say that about another DJ and not be a hater is amazing. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. That's the dope. Like for us to be able to say that, it catches some DJ off guard. Like, damn, you really like it kind of breaks the ice because I did a party yesterday, and the guy was like, and this is the worst thing you could tell me or any DJ, but me literally, he told me that. He looked at my camera, at my laptop. He was like, "Yo, don't play that song." Like, I'm like, "Don't play that song. Why don't play that song?" He's like, "I'm about to play that song. I'm gonna play that." I say, "Yo, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Let me get back to the fuck."
It's already happening.
It's happening. Get the fuck out of here. Go do your own shit over there. You know what I mean? Like, don't ever tell me that shit again, cause there's so much music in the world.
Yeah.
Like you can play whatever. Like you usually a lot of time a DJ lasts.
Yeah.
And I'm comfortable with that. I always tell the promoter, yo, you want to put me last, put me last. I don't give a fuck. I'm a rock, and I'm gonna come. And that's why I come early. A lot of times you probably see me in the club early, not only because I'm a fan, but because I'm listening to what the DJs before me are playing. Because I want to know what I'm gonna come in with. I want to know what worked.
That's what Nino was doing that day.
Yeah. So you want to see what works and what didn't work. Like the DJ before me might have played like Cyndi Lauper or some dumb shit, and it didn't work. It flopped. I was like, oh shit, well, I'm not playing no Cyndi Lauper that night.
Cyndi Lauper, wow.
No, but it depends. Like, I say that jokingly, but you'd be surprised.
No, that's how I know you're an OG, my nigga, because I haven't heard that name in a minute.
I would play this Friday.
Oh, that's hilarious, man. Let's go back. People, I know you want the Fat Joe stories. Give us a second. He promised me he'll give me some at the end, but this is about him right now, but I do want to touch base on the beginning of that friendship. At what age did you start getting to?
So when me and Joe first met in Terror Squad,
so that's not a rap name. That was from the hood.
When it first started, it was just the squad.
Okay.
It changed the same way Vietnam changed. The way it changed with the time. Like people. Drugs got bad, people fighting and shooting. So we was going to parties and fighting and stuff like that. It ended up becoming the Terror Squad because we're like, oh, these fucking TS.
Oh, it was the squad.
It was just the squad.
Then it turned into as you got older, shit started getting real.
As people started going to jail and people started getting shot and stuff like that, it became
a terror.
Then it became a terror, right?
Yeah.
Like anybody that YouTube us or Google or whatever, they'll know that in the early 90s, everywhere we went, there was a fight. Everywhere we went, there was 30 of us, 40 of us, a fight broke out, and bottles all over the fucking place, and we couldn't get in the club because of that. So it ended up, the name changed.
Oh, y'all got some ton of stories then.
I got too many stories. Shit I can't even say on camera. So even back then, like when we got real cool back then, we wasn't taking pictures. We wasn't taking pictures with people. We was too cool to take pictures.
Yeah.
So if we talked about it before, I could have took pictures with Michael Jackson, fucking Elton John, everybody. I've been around all of them. But we're just too cool to take pictures.
Too cool.
Yeah, we was like, man, we ain't taking pictures with them motherfuckers. That's just how we were. That's because of the street part.
Yeah.
We had too much like, a chip on our shoulders, like, nah, fuck all that shit. They're gonna think we soft and stuff like that. But it was hard for me because I danced and I DJ. So I had to mingle that way. I had to like, damn, I wanna get in there, but I can't. I'm too cool, I'm tough. You know what I mean? So TS. So I met. So Joe and them. We in the '80s, in the early '80s, we used to do the big parties in our project. My projects, Cortland, Vietnam, all that stuff. We had a basketball court where we did a lot of big hip hop parties, like Jazzy J, the Furious, the Furious Five, the Treacherous Three. All of them, they would do parties in my project. So
that's legendary.
So those parties were so big that people from all the projects would come to our project. Patterson Projects, Forest Project, Jane Addams, Millbrook, all that stuff. They would come to our project. So we knew how to dance. We were really good dancers, break dancers, and all that stuff. Joe and them would come over there to hang out for the parties, obviously, but we would battle dancing, and we would always beat them because we was better. We was just
break dancing, right?
We would beat them. They were whack. They didn't really know how to break dance. They were just trying to break dance. We really did that shit. So, but we became cool. It became like all right, so now y'all come to our project. Now y'all come to our projects. Come over here. We would battle them in their projects, beat them. But then it became...
That was Forest.
Yeah, then Forest Projects. They had the blue courts, and they would do parties there. So we would go over there, beat them and shit. So then we started playing baseball, and we would beat them in baseball.
Damn.
But then they started doing football, and they would beat us in football.
No, I'm about to say they gotta get. Where's the W?
Beat us in football. That's it.
Okay, that's it.
But Joe was a good pitcher. Joe, I don't know if you knew this. Joe was a good fastball.
I seen him pitch a couple of times on 180th and I forgot what park that was. It was a horrible park, by the way. I think it was Mapes. Yeah, the outfield was like a big ass tree.
So although we was better than him in baseball, Joe was a real good pitcher. He was a hell of a pitcher. So we beat them and then but I knew all the parts. See, my brother worked for, back in the days, my brother worked for all the major clubs. The major promoter back in the day, there was a guy named Vito Bruno. He did all the big parties, Palladium, Studio 54, Rose, and all that shit. He did all of it. My brother worked for him. 1018, these are all clubs. The Tunnel, this is before Flex was doing it. This is the Tunnel when it was super popping, before Flex was doing it.
Before Flex was
Like with house music and all that shit. You couldn't even get in there. My brother worked for that. So when I wanted to go to the club, I would tell my brother, like, look, I want to go to the Tunnel. I want to go to 1018. He was like, all right, cool. He'll put me on the guest list. Nobody could get in. Like, I don't care who you were. Any drug dealer back in the days they couldn't get in. You had to get picked to get in. I used to just walk in there with my hats and all that stuff and walk right the line. People were like, oh, who the fuck is this? And they didn't know I knew the boss. Yeah. So then I started taking Joe and them to, I was like, yo, come on, go to the Tunnel. And they were like, we can't get in the Tunnel. I'm like, let's go to the Tunnel. And then I started taking all of them to the Tunnel. And they would call me all the time, yo, let's go out, we're gonna go out. So I built a big relationship because of, me getting into the club, me dancing, me knowing a lot of girls back in the days because I danced or whatever. So our bond became bigger. And then my father passed away. So once my father passed away, I didn't have anybody. It was them. They were there for me all the time. They came to my funeral. My dad's funeral, I see like 30 motherfuckers coming down the hill. My father was buried. The funeral was, I think it was Ortiz or something like that, on 149th. So I'm looking at, I'm crying. I see 30, 40 people coming down from the hill, and it was Joe, the whole crew, Terror Squad. They were
showing love to Pops.
Well, for me to support, that was there. I had my crew because I'm from Cortland, so I had, our crew was called the Bobo Crew on Cortland. Everybody knows that, but don't even laugh about the name, niggas. We was shooting shit up and all that. But
the Bobo Crew.
Yeah, the Bobo. Believe me.
It sounds soft.
It sounds soft. So that was my family. The Cortland, everybody from Cortland, Billy Blanco, all this stuff. Like. That was my family, but I had fun with Joe and them because we was always partying and dancing. Yeah, I was always, plus my high school was in Forest, so I always found myself over there. Yeah. And then that just became my family. Then Joe and them started coming to my house because I had the equipment. Joe and them started rapping in my house. We started recording in my house because the equipment was my house. So that, the bond, and then my father passed away. I was supposed to go to I draw too. So aside from dancing and DJ, I'm a hell of an artist. So I got accepted to art design, Norman Thomas, LaGuardia, all these art schools. I got accepted to them, but I chose to go to Morris because my father passed away and I was already depressed about it. Yeah. I didn't want to go to the school. Joe and them were all in Morris High School. My whole crew, everybody, even the Cortland family was in Morris. So I said, I want to go to Morris. I don't want to be downtown. I'm going through it. I'm gonna be around people I don't know. So I ended up going to Morris. So my mother had a heart attack that I ended up choosing that school because Morris is Rikers Island.
I heard stories, yeah.
So I chose to go to the Rikers Island before Rikers Island. So I went there, and that was history. Then we just became stronger, and the rest was history.
And ladies and gentlemen, that friendship is to this day. When Joe got the key to the city, we went to show love in Orchard Beach or whatever. You can't. We was outside the gate. But Serge was with us chilling. He said, "Y'all be back." He had, he went backstage, with the family. That's a blessing though. That friendship is still.
But so I've been rolling with Joe since 1985. All the way
and
out.
ladies and gentlemen, that is a real hand-given TS piece.
Yeah, this was a birthday.
That's not from Macy's. That's not from Canal.
It's actually my birthday present. I had another one.
You told me that's the new design.
Yeah, this is the new 3D. Yeah, this is the new one. If y'all ain't got the new one, y'all got to step up. my brother's going to be mad at me. Start some shit. I was just playing with y'all.
Nah, but all right. So y'all got a tease of the Fat Joe thing. Let's get back to So there was an arrest, and I hate to talk about this, but there was arrests. But let's talk about the first one. Obviously Vietnam. and you mentioned this to me before, and you know, it's part of your history, bro. So we know we got to talk about it because you know we got to go back to go forward.
But there's a positive and negative.
Exactly. So this was Vietnam. Just explain to the people your first arrest.
Actually,
No, it's Briggs is the first one.
So my first one
Was Briggs, I
Yes.
think. Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
Briggs.
The second one. I'm sorry, I got confused. There's too many.
there was two. You know what? There was two things happened that time. So my first arrest. The first one before Briggs. This is like 6-7 months before.
Okay.
The right by my mother's house. My mother lived in Bronx, Chester.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with that
Bronx,
block.
Chester?
Bronx, Chester. Yeah, you know the project Bronx, Chester. That's what it's called, Bronx, Chester.
I heard of Rochester.
No, Bronx, Chester. You know where South Bronx High School is?
Yeah.
That little block right there. My
I've
mother lived
never
there.
heard of that.
So anyway, there's a building there. There was a storage. It was a storage facility, but we didn't know what they were storing in there.
Yeah.
So one time they broke into that. The crackheads broke into that building, and what we see is people jumping out, and me and my boys are like, we see people running with speakers. I'm a DJ, and I remember we people with speakers.
I need a speaker.
Like, what the fuck y'all come up with speakers? Boxes of speakers, like DJ speakers. Like, yo, the crackheads, like, yo, the warehouse. And we're like, the warehouse? What warehouse? What are you talking about? There's no warehouse over here. Like, yo, right there. And we see it. It's just zipping by, like, real. I'm like, nah, we need equipment. So I went with my boy. We climbed the building. When we got to the top, we looked in the hole they broke a hole in the building. Yeah. We saw it down. We saw like, oh shit, speakers, like big, like DJ speakers. So we couldn't get down there because we were too little. Like the guys that were bigger, they were hanging on ropes. They did some technical shit they did there. We couldn't get down there. But by the time we figured out we couldn't get down there, the cops already surrounded the building.
Oh damn.
So I got arrested for you know, burglary. But it ended up getting dropped down because they never caught me with nothing. Yeah. It was just I was on the roof. I was on the roof. I didn't steal nothing. They tried to say I stole $250,000 worth of shit, but bro, where? I'm on the roof. Y'all just caught me. But anyway, that was the charge before 6. So I was actually fighting that case, and then the one in Briggs happened. So Briggs. So a friend of mine's got shot, and he had a rod in his leg. He couldn't walk. Yeah. So he was afraid to go out because he got shot. He was so traumatized about being shot. And he was just real miserable about it. We were trying to get him out the house. Like, you gotta get out the house, you gotta get air, you gotta get air. Yeah. I said, look, you know what? If it makes you feel better, why don't you put on a bulletproof vest and bring your gun? And let's go to White Castle, let's go do something. He's like, all right, fuck it, let's do that. So he put a vest, he had a gun on him. So we go to White Castle on Fordham Road by that high school over there, wherever that shit. There. Yeah, so we go there, get the White Castle or whatever, but while we was there, I said, let me go see one of my girlfriends that live on Briggs on 194. I knew all those girls that
worked. Right the block.
Yeah, I knew all those girls. That was my homegirl. I was dating one of them. So anyway, we go over there just so he could get around some girls and stuff like that. And he goes, there's a corner store there. So when we get out, he goes to the corner store to get a soda or something like that. But I told him to give me the gun because he couldn't walk with it. He had crutches. Yeah. So I said, give me the gun. I hold it. And I put it in my army jacket. So when he puts it in I put it in my army jacket. They go in the store. My boy Kenny, there was 3 of us. My boy Kenny and my boy Heck. They go in the store. And while I'm talking to the girls outside, this guy comes running down the hill. And when he comes running down the hill, I'm looking at the girl. I'm like, yo, this is one of your boyfriends? Because he coming down here, he's going to kill one of y'all. Something's going to happen. Because
he was aggressive.
Yeah, he was coming aggressive. So he was like, I don't know that motherfucker. I was like, well, he's coming for something. He's running. And when he gets close, he pulls out a knife, a Rambo knife. Damn. And when he pulled out the Rambo knife, I had the gun in my hand already because it was in my army jacket. And, those of you who don't know, the army jackets are baggy. And it's just if you put some heavy, they be all over the place. Yeah. So I was holding it already. So once he pulled out the knife, I pulled out the gun on him. I put it in his face. And when he panicked, dropped the knife, and then he started crying because, I got nervous. I was scared.
Nigga thought he was going to die.
Yeah, I thought he was going to die. That big-ass knife is shit.
No, he thought he was going to die. That's why he started crying.
Yeah, so I put the gun in his mouth. The girls grabbed my hand. They were like, sir, chill. They're trying to calm me down. My boys come out the store. They're like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, my God. Everybody grabbed my arm. Everybody had like 5 hands on my arm. So I was like, yo, get off me, get off. And so I let him go. He picks the knife up and runs. So I'm already pissed. I'm like, I want to go home. I want to go. So I get in my car. Once I get in my car, I get arrested. They bum rush the car, the police. The 52nd precinct is right down the hill. Yeah. So they all come, they arrest me or whatever. And so while I'm in the car arrested, they apologizing to me, the cops. They were like, yo, we sorry you had to arrest. I'm like, why the fuck y'all apologize? You arrested me like I got caught with a gun. But I didn't know that guy, but they were following him from Creston. He robbed somebody on Creston. So they were following him. They were trying to catch up with him. They ended up catching up with him on Briggs. So when they were going to swoop down on him, they saw he pulled out the knife on me. So when they pulled out the knife on me and I pulled out the gun, they fell back.
That trumped the knife.
They got on the walkie and they said, they got on the walkie and they said, gun, 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 gun. So all the cops fell back. So once I let him go and I got in my car, then they let him go. They didn't even chase him down. They put all their attention on me.
The gun trumped the knife.
So they arrested me. So that was the cop was basically apologizing, saying, "No, we sorry, man. Like we should have arrested him sooner. We know you wasn't doing nothing, but we had to arrest you because we called the gun on scene, so we couldn't call it back.
Yeah.
If I would have he told me if I would have pulled you over in a car and I would have found you with a gun, I would have just kept the gun. Cause back in the '80s it was like that. Back in the '90s it was they didn't really. So I would have just kept the gun and let you go. I would have put my foot in your ass and left. I was like, fuck it, now I'm arrested, whatever. So now I ended up doing 2 years for the gun. I ended up copping out because I was too young. I couldn't afford a lawyer and stuff like that. I ended up, I mean, Joe paid for my bail and then he paid for my lawyer, but I couldn't go past that. So I just took I took the plea because I knew I got caught with a gun. There was no way of getting around it.
Yeah.
So I took a plea. I took a 2-year plea, and then I went through the system. That was actually my first time in prison.
Yeah, because the first one you beat that.
Yeah, they ran it concurrent. They ran it.
Oh, it was still open.
It was still up. They ran it concurrent. I copped out to both of them together, but the robbery, the burglary, was a misdemeanor. They ran it together. I still got charged for it, but they ran it together.
That's crazy. And then that's why I got confused because the second charge.
So the second one, it got worse than the first one.
So wait. So let's go back to the 2 years. What age were we talking about?
We're talking about 90, 91, so I was about 18 or
so
something
those,
like that.
So those 2 years, it was Island? You was on Island?
I was on the island. I went to the island. I was there fighting my case. When you're on the island, basically you're fighting your case. Yeah. You're going back and forth. And then, so it was in the summertime. I ended up, taking a plea. And then it was during the time of the Puerto Rican parade.
Yeah.
So I'm in Bronx house though. Before I didn't go to Rikers Island. I was in Bronx house waiting for a bed.
Oh, that's not even there no more, by Yankee Stadium.
Right. That's the target and everything.
Yeah.
So I was in Bronx house waiting to go to Rikers Island, waiting for a bed to open up. And I hear, man, like the
commotion?
Outside, I hear it, but you can't, because outside, you can see outside, but the people outside can't see inside.
Okay.
So I hear it, what the fuck? And they saying my name, sir, and then all the other inmates came like, yo, sir, somebody calling you outside. I think your family's outside. I said, I knew I heard something. So I look out the window and it's them, it's Joe, everybody, they outside the Bronx house. Out there again, like 40 motherfuckers outside. I'm like, I said, oh shit. So I didn't know how to get their attention. So one of the older inmates like, nah, shake a towel. They're gonna see the white through the window. They can see it. They can't see you, but they're gonna see the white. So I start yelling, and I start saying the thing, and then they all come. They're like, oh, shit, whatever.
On the way to the parade.
Yeah, so we going on our way to the parade. We going to the parade. Cause I used to go every year. We used to go to the parade deep.
Oh,
that was something that we did every year. We all went to the parade. And it was that time I was crying like, damn, like that. We gonna be thinking about you, all right, whatever. So it made that time go by, knowing that.
And that wasn't FloJo time. It wasn't that didn't happen yet.
No, that didn't happen yet. That was before that.
Okay.
That was before that.
So now you come home.
So then I come home.
Now you feel like a gangster.
Now I'm tough. I go home. I got a chip on myself. I was on the island. I went to Katsaki. I went to Green. For those that don't know, these are like adolescent prisons that were about that. It wasn't no. It was.
So that's what I'm saying. When you come home, you got that.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, now you get locked up, nobody gives a fuck. Yeah, back then it was a stripe. It was a stripe. So you come home and you feel that shit.
Especially depending on what prisons you was. Yeah. So I ended up doing that. I come home. I get my shit together. I meet my ex-wife. We get married. We have my daughter. My daughter's born. And then Joe comes out. Now he's recorded. Now he's this is 93. I came home in 91 or 92. My daughter was born in 92. And then Joe starts recording his album. And then we start going on tour in 93. When Joe, I was on tour with Wu-Tang, Black Moon, the best of the best, Biggie.
This is a great time, bro.
Yeah,
93, 94.
Yeah.
When we finish, talk to this guy, because You know, he's a rap freaking fan for real.
Yeah, back in '93, like we went on tour with everybody, and we don't.
Just to entertain him, real quick. Nas or Biggie? Which album was better? Which album was better?
Which album was better? For me, damn it, I'm gonna say Nas.
There you go. He's happy. He's happy. No, I tease him because he was on my boy Julio's podcast, and they had a whole episode about that, and I was like, I don't know, and then what? 6 months later, Nas' album is ranked
But what happened with Nas? Not to switch the subject, but what happened with Nas' album?
do whatever you
It was the best thing never promoted. So he did that. Nobody promoted it. It wasn't like he had like Biggie had Puff.
Yeah,
He had
Biggie.
Puff and all them. Nas
had a
really
movement.
he didn't have the same promotion that those albums had. So that, you know, it blew off the, you know, Nas just, I might be wrong, maybe you can help me out with it. I think Nas just recently went like platinum, like recently, like within the last 5 years or something, you know, certified something.
He got the Grammy.
Right. But back then it was the best album
that
that
album
he never had no backing, like
Yeah.
they never really put the same thing like when Biggie came out with the Big Macs and all type of shit all over. When Punk came out, remember when Punk came out, our promotion was crazy. You know, it was.
So Nas didn't have the backing.
He did not have the same promotion. So
And so it, you know, and I remember. Yes, I'm old. Chill out. I remember because that album was like word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, the Big Macs and Craig Mack and Biggie. That was a movement. It's much different.
We listened to Nas. His first album, almost our whole tour. Our first whole tour that Not Joe came out, that's all we listened to was Nas. The whole hours and hours. We got kicked off the train listening to Nas. So we had a radio, and we would blast the shit on the train. When we go on tour, sometimes we would take the train cross country or the bus or whatever. Joe didn't fly at this time. We either took the train or we took a bus. And we got kicked off the train, blasting shit, you know, nigga this, nigga that, fuck you, suck my dick, you know, I'm sorry, guys. But that's what we was listening to on the fucking radio, and the people was like, yo, you gotta turn that shit off. We're like, fuck you, you know, we leaving the shit on. We would get thrown off the train and stuff, you know, it was cool times.
So yes, we're gonna get into the second arrest because it's part of the story. So the second arrest, Joe was already happening.
So my second arrest, Joe was happening already. But Pun was about to pop.
Oh, okay.
We were just working on Pun's album.
Yeah.
Joe was already a star. Pun's about to be a star. And so my second arrest, my daughter was born already. I was DJing crazy. You know, when I came home, I started DJing too.
Oh, you got back into it?
Yeah.
After the 2 years, you got back
Same
into it.
time Joe was about to drop his first album, I was already in the clubs. I already professionally DJing. You know, I got down with Sal, with Goongi. Those were my first promoters, my first bosses.
Oh, y'all was promoting with them too.
Yeah,
you and Joe?
I DJed for them. Like when Flex first started, it was like me, Flex, me, Funkmaster Flex, and Bobby Condors. Yeah. We was all DJing for Sal and Goongi.
Yeah. Shout out to
Sal is Sal Avatello. If y'all don't know who Sal Avatello is, he's the founder of promoting and shit. Fever Records, yeah. So I worked for him.
And shout out to Goongi. Me and Goongi have been back and forth. You know,
I'm a fan of Goongi's. Goongi's is one of my top DJs. Like, you know,
working for?
No, not working for. I'm talking about listening to. Like, you know, Goongi DJ.
I had no idea.
He's one of the best DJs in the.
I thought he was a promoter.
No, he's a DJ. He started DJing. He's super dope. That was one of my favorite top.
I had no idea. I'm gonna make a clip and send it to him.
Yeah, so John Goongi Rivera, yeah, Taddy's my brother. Well, he gave me my first job, him and Sal. I worked at the Fever. The first club I ever did was the Fever.
Wow.
And Club 2000, working for them. So, what did I lose? Oh, so
second arrest.
So my second arrest. So then, so there's a party in Vietnam.
I thought we left Vietnam.
No, we're back to Vietnam. So
Oh,
Vietnam.
Mama still lived there.
Yeah, she lived down the block.
We can't leave.
So Vietnam, there's a apartment that they did parties there, and it was called the Jungle. Anybody from that block, anybody my age, or even from Harlem, whatever, they know what the Jungle is. The Jungle it was just an apartment, but we did parties there. And shout out to T-Mac, B.O., rest in peace, B.O. That was their house, and they would do parties, and these parties be legendary. I'm not talking about my parties, but on steroids. So like bottles and like it was the craziest shit ever.
What time we talking about? Now we like 90.
92, 93. Same time our Joe was popping.
Okay.
So I used to DJ there. I was, I was one of the DJs
One
from
of the
that
DJs.
party because I live right across the street. So it was like right
It was
there.
only right.
Right.
Shit.
So shout out to Kid New, my brother Kid New, and so I wanted to go to the party to DJ, but my wife at the time, my ex-wife, may she rest in peace, she didn't want me to go. My daughter was just born. So she was
Stay in
like,
the
nah,
house, stay in the
yeah,
house.
stay in the house, stay in the house. I'm like,
Yeah,
man, I
yeah.
want to go to the fucking party. You know, I'm young, I'm DJing and shit. So I'm like, damn, man, I want to.
Yo, you know what it is? Not to interrupt you, but back then you felt like it. You felt like you were missing something if you didn't go outside, bro.
Right. Yeah,
Now I stay home. I'm happy to be home. Forget.
I tell my ex-wife that because she's she just gave birth. She's hungry.
You should be home.
Yeah. So I said, hey, you don't want no cheeseburgers or something, French fries for the chicken spot? Because the chicken spot's
You just
161st.
wanted an excuse.
She was like, yeah, I gassed up. She's like, yeah, go get some sets. I was like, fuck it. I'm going to sneak over there, get some cheeseburgers and chicken wings and shit from the chicken spot. But I'm going to stop at the party real quick. So I come back. I get the burgers and all that shit. I come back. And then I go upstairs. But the elevator's not working. So I had to go up the stairs. It's on the 6th floor or the 5th floor. One of them. I had to go up the stairs. But before I go up, there's a group of kids in the lobby. People that I knew, childhood friends of mine. You know, they were not street dudes, but they were just, good kids, but they were there, all same age. But one of them I didn't know. It was a kid that was there with them. I didn't know them. So I said, what's up to everybody? Yo, what up? And then the guy that I didn't know, I said, what's up to him, just out of love that he's with them. You know what I mean? So he took my hand and threw his shit, like fuck out of here, like, who you? I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, I'm just saying, what's up? Like, it took me over, it fucked me up and shit. So I go upstairs, I see B.O. and T-Mac, and I'm like, yo, y'all doing the party? They're like, yeah, we're doing the party, but later, it's not starting that. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try to sneak out. I was like, I fuck it. So I go back down the stairs. When I go back down the stairs, I'm thinking about what the guy just did, because I know I'm about to bump into him again. I'm tight. I'm about to bump into him again when I go back down the stairs. I'm like, so now I got gassed myself up. Now I'm tight about the shit. I said, yo, let me talk to you. I said, yo, I wanted to ask him, like, yo, why you threw my hand? I was just trying to show you love. And he swung on me. Like, I didn't even get a chance to talk to him. I just said, yo, let me talk to you. He swung on me. I ducked, I got out the way, and I had a knife on me. So my brother Ant was down there. He had just walked in. He wasn't there when this happened. He walked in. He was like, sir, he grabbed me. He said, sir, don't do it, because I had a knife on me. He's like, don't do it. And I was like, Aunt, let me go, Aunt. I see that surge, come on, man, because he knew my daughter was just born and stuff. Now I'm mad and shit, so he's like, yo, just get out. So I tell Aunt, I said, Aunt, make sure nobody leave. So Aunt looked at me like, come on, Serge.
Don't make it worse.
I said, yeah, he's looking at me like that, like, nah, don't make sure nobody leave, Aunt. So I go, I could hear the other guys telling the guy I had the problem with, like, yo, you gotta go, this nigga, he coming back. Then he's like, fuck that. I could hear it, I'll go across the street, I go upstairs, throw my cheeseburgers to my ex-wife. I slid them across the floor because she was sitting over there. I know exactly how it was. She was sitting on the thing, I threw the shit. She was with my daughter, and I threw the shit on the floor. She slid. She's like, where you going? I said, hold on, I'll be back. I went and got the pistol. It was in the first closet. I got my gun. I went downstairs. When I went back downstairs,
This is getting all bad, bro.
yeah, when I get back downstairs, I see everybody in the lobby leaving because they see me coming. They know what it is. They all running out the store, and Ant's looking at me like, because that's my brother Ant. He was like looking at me like, damn, man, this Serge, come on. Like, I see it in his face. Like, I'm like, so I go in the building. I step to the dude. All I wanted to do was talk some shit. I just want to talk gangster shit. Like, yo, you bitch ass nigga, fuck, blah, blah. That's what I wanted to do. Scam. But I don't know what it is with this dude. I pull out the gun, talk my before I even got to talk shit, he grabbed me. He bear hugged me. So when he bear hugged me, I just started shooting. Because I knew that if he slammed me or whatever, he's going to take the gun and probably kill me. So I just started shooting. I shot him. I shot his friend. His friend was an accident, but I shot both of them. He, when he dropped down to his knees, it's the first time I ever saw somebody, like, beg for their life. And that's when I really tell, like, oh shit, like, he was begging me. Like, he looked at me, he was crying, like, please don't. I never really got put in that position like that before. Yeah. So I was like, fuck. So I let him go. I run out. And then I go to Joe's house, Joe and Heck's house. My boy that got shot, from the first, I go to his house. So I tell him what happened. He gave me a change of clothes and all type of shit. And then when I ran out, I ran back to my apartment. I handed my ex-wife the gun. I gave it to her. She was like, what do you do? Because she heard the shot. She said, what do you do? And then I gave her the gun. She called my boy. When I left. When she called my other boy, my boy, the shit still had a bullet in the thing, like it jammed. It ended up jamming. He took the fucking bullet out, all type of shit. I go to Joe's house and Heck's house. They give me a change of clothes. I come back. This is how crazy I was. I come back to the scene of the crime. I went back to the building where I just shot the guy. I went in the lobby. I was in the lobby with the cops. Like blood all over They already took him out. The ambulance took him. Yeah, I went right back in. Like I wanted to see what's going on. Like, I was so mad that this happened. Now I want to see if he was telling on me. That's what I said. Like I want to see what's going on. Like I'm there with everybody. Everybody that was in the lobby was there looking at me like horrified. Like, yo, this motherfucker standing in here with us. Like the cops are picking up shells and all type of shit. Yeah, I'm there with them. I go up to the party, go in the room. I'm in the party, shit popping in the party. B.O. and them are like, rest in peace. B.O. was one of the most respected guys in the Bronx. He has his own story. He ended up getting killed at one point, but it was one of my big brothers. And he's looking at me like, yo, what the fuck you doing here? Like, bro, they're looking for you. He's like, I don't care, I want to come to the party. I want to see what's going on.
This is the worst party This is the worst party you ever went to.
Like, yo, man, you got to get out of here. I was like, nah, it's because, yo, you anything funny? Like, nah, nobody's saying nothing, whatever. All right, fucking let me go. So I go home. My wife tears me a new asshole, whatever. So I ended up 2 months without nothing, no problem. Everything was quiet. Yeah. They ended up coming to arrest me. They arrested me. All the guys in the lobby, like about 2 months later, they come, they arrest me. The guys in the lobby all told on me and shit. They went to Joe's store first. Joe had the 5-6, the halftime. Yeah. Joe had a store on 3rd Avenue called Halftime. They went over there to arrest me first.
That was Halftime?
We had 2 stores, yeah. Well, they had 2. They had Full Court and Halftime. Full Court was the Southern.
560 didn't happen.
The brand. That was the clothing. FJ 560 was the clothing. The name of the store was Halftime on 3rd Avenue. On 3rd Avenue, yeah, like Rolf and Melrose. Now, they went over there to arrest me. I wasn't there because I wasn't working that day. And then they came to my house. They arrested me. And that was that. I ended up taking it got worse. That case got worse because I fought it for 2 years. But they didn't have anything on me. Nobody was going to court telling on me. So it took so long that the judge was like, no, you got to wrap this up because if you don't have nothing, we got to let him go. My lawyer asked me for something.
You told the prosecutor to wrap this up.
Right, it's called speedy trial. My lawyer asked for speedy trial. That means like we ready to go to court. And if y'all don't got nothing, then whatever. So that worked in my favor. The judge was like, look, y'all don't got shit on this, man. Like nobody coming to court. They're going to have to let him go. I got to let this go. Yeah. So they were running out of options. So one of the guys that originally told on me that took back his statement, they pressed him somehow. That guy comes to my house. He comes to I wasn't there though, but he comes to my house and talks to my ex-wife. He said, look, I don't want to go to court. I'm scared. People are trying to kill me. Blah, blah, blah. He said all this shit. My ex-wife tells him, well, don't tell me this. Tell his lawyer that. Here, here's his lawyer number. Don't come here no more. Tell his lawyer that. Here's the number. He's like, all right, cool.
Yeah, that's some nerve.
So it's ready to trap me off. So now when I go back to court, I had 2 court days. One to postpone that date to the next day because my lawyer was the lawyer of the Wild Cowboys. It was some big murder case in the Bronx or whatever. Yeah. He was their lawyer too. So I had to postpone that case to next month. So my job was to go to court, see the judge. I would postpone to next month. Mm-hmm. And then the next month, if they wasn't ready, I would have beat it because they wasn't ready. So what happened was when I go to court, they postponed it. Then they rearrest me outside the court for tampering with the witness. Because the guy that went to my house, he came to my house, but he went to the police and said.
So his lawyer probably set that shit up.
That's what the DA set that up to buy more time.
Motherfucker.
Because they didn't have no time anymore. So now I go back to jail. They took my bail because once you get rearrested, they take your bail. And then I have no money to fight the case. It wasn't like Joe was a super millionaire. He wasn't popping like that yet. He was doing his thing, but he had money like that. Yeah. So I wasn't gonna ask them to bail me out again or whatever. But I wouldn't have got bail. Once they revoke your bail, they revoke your bail. But I'm saying paying for a lawyer.
He wasn't gonna ask for help again.
Yeah, but paying for a lawyer too, I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford it no more. So I ended up taking a plea. So I ended up pleading out to 2.5 to 5 years. I ended up doing the whole 5.
And that's back to when pun at that point pun is starting. And you missed that, so you missed that whole run?
Right, I missed the whole pun run. Like most of my time where Pun was his first album, it was mostly in the phone. Like they were in the pool in Miami, and my whole relationship as far as that album was me talking to them in the pool. It wasn't like FaceTime. I was calling them from the prison.
Yeah.
Like, we in the pool, they'll pass the phone, your point, oh shit. But they came to see me in prison though.
Yeah,
they used to come see me. So when they used to come see me, man, it was the craziest shit.
Wait. Don't just, you're not just gonna skip over that. Fat Joe and Big Pun will come to see you in jail.
The prison. I was in Green. Oh no, I was in Marcy. Now I'm in Marcy prison, and they would come see me. So when they would come see me, it would be pandemonium in the visiting room. Everybody want.
I'm thinking, these niggas ain't too busy. Like, how the fuck?
Nah, that's my brothers. They were always come, and I got pictures and all that shit. So they would come, and people want autographs, and the officers that are over there, they're upstate New York. So it's like country hillbilly redneck white boys. They don't know about these who rappers and Big Pun. They don't know about that stuff. But everybody in the visiting room were like, oh shit, Big Pun, Fat Joe. Everybody want autographs and shit like that.
Interrupt the whole visit.
So the cops are like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, and they want to put me in a little room. There's like a protective custody room, and they want to put me in there. I'm like, I don't want to go in there. Fuck out of here. That's for the snitches. I'm not going to that room. I need to keep my hair. So Joe, anybody that knows Joe, he's very dramatic when he tells.
He's animated.
He gets up and shit, and he forgets that he's in a prison. He's standing up, and him and Pun are telling stories, standing up, like, yeah, this motherfucker. And the officer like, yo, Mr. Rivera, you gotta tell your guests to sit down. Like, I'm like, Joe, you gotta sit down. Y'all niggas can't be standing up.
I'm trying to picture this shit. This shit's hilarious.
The thing is that he's telling these stories, and all the visitors are looking at us.
They're
listening to the story. I'm like, yo, everybody looking at us, man. What the fuck? And then when I gotta take pictures, because I got pictures, so when I would get up, take pictures with them, people want to take pictures and shit with my guests, and the officer like, you can't take pictures with people's guests. Like, and I had to tell the cops, like, yo, they're celebrities, man. Like, you don't know who they are, but they're like, nah, but you can't do it.
My engineer's gonna want those pictures, by the way.
Yeah, I got. So it was a dope time. Like
what? No. I like the what you said. You told me before. What was the last thing you did for Pun? Before you went in.
Right before I got arrested. Right before. So the day I went to court, and they rearrested me. It was the same day Biggie got killed.
Oh, wow.
When I woke up in the morning, it was two things happened. Biggie got killed, and I was going to court.
Damn.
That was the same day.
It was a march or something.
Yeah. So the last thing I did before I got rearrested again was Pun was recording Deep Cover with Twins with Joe, and they didn't have the instrumental. So they were in Long Island. They were recording in Long Island or Staten Island. They were over there somewhere. They had a studio over there, and Pun was like, yo, you gotta come. You gotta put me Deep Cover. You got this another deep cover? Like, yeah, I got this. You got to come. So they ended up paying for my cab, because I didn't drive at the time. I took a cab all the way over to Long Island or Staten Island, I can't remember. And I bought the instrumental, and they threw that shit on, and Pun started rapping on the shit. I'm like, oh, shit, this is going to be crazy.
That might be the greatest remake of a song ever, because obviously Snoop.
In the video. Snoop is in the video.
Yeah, obviously Dre and Snoop did Deep Cover. But then when these two Spanish niggas, it should have been corny. Yeah. Like, damn, you took a nigga beat. It should have been corny. That shit was fire.
And Snoop was in the video with them.
So he's showing
with
up.
them, like let them know it's real. This is real shit.
He gave him the blessing.
Yeah, so I end up going to jail. I go to Rikers Island, and then in the fucking radio, Deep Cover out here, like, what the fuck?
And let's explain to the people that it's not like now. Right now, I can pull up Deep Cover instrumental, and one of us could kick back. We talking about
vinyl, record.
Because in this time, this is the only way. There's no Napster. There's no internet.
There was no way to get it.
You needed a DJ, or go to Tower Records or whatever.
And buy the record.
That's it. So, but you had it, and you gave them. That's a big deal.
That's one of my memories of that.
No, I love it. So, what was that bit like? Do you still got that I'm a gangster chip on your shoulder, or it gets worse?
Yeah, I kind of calmed down. It calmed me down. It humbled me because I didn't want to do that shit no more. I got divorced while I was in prison.
What was that sentence?
5 years. I did 2.5. I got sentenced to 2.5 to 5, but I did the whole 5 because what happened was I had a violent crime. I shot 2 people. So that time was when O.J. Simpson beat the fucking body, yeah. Right? So when that happened, all across the country, there were the judges. They were like coming down hard on violent crime, only because of that.
Oh, so if it wasn't for that, you.
Victory and all that shit, all the judges, everybody was mad. So they were like, nah, fuck that. We gonna come hot.
We're gonna make examples. The next across the U.S., violent crimes are gonna go. We're gonna hit them harder now.
That's what happened. So once.
Thank you, OJ.
So I did 2.5 to 5. I got sentenced to 2.5. 2.5. What that means is 2.5. You go to the parole board. When you go to the parole board, they either let you go or they don't. And they'll say, all right, you did your time, whatever. Boom, you'll come out in 2.5. 5 is the most time I can do. When I went to the parole board, they gave me the next 2.5. Like no, 5. Just because of that. Just because of that. I got my GED. I did everything in there. Everything you're supposed to do in prison, I did it. But they still give me a 2. When I was going to the parole board, my friends, my inmate friends, they were like, you know you're gonna get hit with 2.5 years, right? I know you ain't going there thinking you're coming out. Like, no, I know that, but y'all gotta bust my fucking bubble. I know I'm gonna get to. That's I win. I ended up getting the 2.5. So I ended up doing 5.
Okay.
And Pun passed away while I was in there.
Damn.
He passed away in March or something like that. I came home in July. So like 3 or 4 months,
So
5
that same
months.
year.
Yeah, of that same year I came home.
So you missed the whole Pun run.
The whole thing.
Not to make it worse, but from the outside, it was an amazing run. Nah, Pun, yo, I was in a couple of spots with Pun, man. I was in a couple of after I was at Pun. Not with him, but he's there, I'm here, because well, back then I was doing I was cabbing, illegal cabins, no TLC, fuck that. I had a truck, OJ nigga, fuck that. Exactly. So I was in places, 18, 19, I was in places I'm not supposed to be in, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely, I seen Pun a bunch of times, Puerto Rican Parade, in Jimmy's, they did a bunch of parties, Terror Squad, whatever, when they were the group. Okay, so you said the 5 years humbled you?
I did 2 the first one and 5 the second one.
So the third one. God damn it, we're gonna get to that one. So the 5, you come home and rest in peace to Pun, and Joe is even bigger now.
Yeah, he went through his little dark stage, and then he dropped.
Oh, because his man passed away. So you forgot. Let's. He felt that. He felt that shit.
He was going through it, but then he came out with Lean Back, and then Lean Back took off. So I was home for that, and then Joe was a new star. Yeah, I'm leaning back. My daughter's in the video too. So that took off, and now Joe's a super duper mega star now. And I'm DJing again. I'm back. Every time I went to prison and came out, I bounced right back and I started DJing again. So I started DJing all the major clubs again. I moved to Florida. Once Joe dropped Lean Back, we rocked that for a minute. Then I moved to Florida. When I moved to Florida, I started doing all the clubs in Florida.
Whatever. You moved to Florida for a better life?
Yeah, because I got tired of being in New York. I was getting paranoid. Like it was just New York was getting whacked for me because the people already shot 2 people, street shit. It was just catching up to me and all that stuff. So I went to Florida with Joe, and when I went there, I was like, wow, this is dope. Like I love this place. And I started DJing clubs and stuff.
It's a whole different scene.
Yeah, so it was beautiful. The speed limit is different. You could drive however the fuck you want to drive. You can find parking and everything. So it was just better. And then I started DJing there more. I was flying there more to DJ. And then I was like, I'm gonna move. I told my wife at the time, like, let's move to Florida. She was like, yeah, fuck it, let's go. And we ended up just bouncing. We just bounced, moved to Florida. Once I got to Florida, I started doing all the big parties. The first party I ever did in Florida, the day I landed was Sunday. There was something like that. So Sunday. The next week, Friday, the first party that I did was for BMF. It was a BMF party that I did. I didn't even know who they was at the time. But the DJ that was the DJ for them canceled, and then my promoter from like, yo, what you doing? Like, you put on your shit, right? Like, yeah. I was like,
them niggas, they do legendary parties.
No, they do the crazy. That's how I knew where he was from that time. So they paid me they tipped me like $1,000 just to play a song. That's why I didn't know who they were until later on. And my boy like, you don't know BMF? I don't know. They were from Atlanta. I just came from New York. I don't know who the fuck these niggas are. Shit, but that's how I knew it. That my first party was for them in Florida. And then I just started I took off.
So you was there 20 years, you said?
I lived in 20 years in Florida, yeah.
Man, so from 94 to, yeah.
I moved there in 2004.
Wow.
In 2004, I moved there, and then I came back, like 2 years ago, I came back, to help Joe with the stores and stuff.
So sorry, people. There's another arrest we have to talk about.
I'm actually a nice guy.
I'm actually a nice guy. I like that part. But it's the last arrest, right? Okay, it's the last arrest.
So far, thank God, please.
But you see, no, super please, no more arrests. So now you in the Miami life. You rocking and rolling. Credit's good. Pockets is full.
Everything's beautiful.
Wifey, everything's beautiful. And then what?
I got Obamacare.
You're doing great. And then what happened?
So then I put in to buy a house, and I kept trying to buy a house in Florida, and I couldn't get it because I didn't have, my credit was good, everything was good, I just didn't have the 20%.
Gotcha.
So that shit kept fucking with me or whatever. So one of my friends called me, said, yo, you want to make some money? I said, yeah, whatever. I knew what he did. I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. I'll do it real quick. It's gonna be like a 5-minute job. Yo, pick something up for me, take it over, and boom.
Definitely illegal.
Definitely legal, yeah.
Definitely, okay.
Depends on who you're asking. If you're asking Big Pharma, then it's probably legal. But so I said yes, I agreed to it, and so wait, I gotta pull back.
Come back.
So this happened on a Monday. On a Monday, I get approved for the loan. I get approved.
You get approved. Oh, so you come up. Oh, got you.
I get approved.
So fuck the 20%. We get approved.
About that right now. I get approved, and I'm like, oh shit, I got approved. I got the letter. The guy called me from the bank. I called the realtor that was helping me. Oh, I got the letter. I'm mad happy. That same day, my friends called me from New York. Like, yo, you want to make some extra money? We need something done. We can't be there. Whatever. I said, yeah, I agreed to it. Because in my head, I'm thinking like, fuck it. I'm gonna take this money that they're gonna pay me, because they were gonna pay me a lot of money, and I use that to fix the house up, like tile floors, cap. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, fuck it, yeah, I see the money. This is gonna be like 5 minutes or whatever. So I agreed to it. So Wednesday, the job was for Wednesday. So I think it was like Wednesday or something like that. I go do the job. But when I go do the job, when I go pick up what I was supposed to go pick up, it was the cops. It was the DA. It was the DA, fucking feds, all type of shit. I got arrested by them. So now I got a fucking drug charge, and so I get arrested for that. And I'm trying to cut it short, but basically I get arrested. I get a drug charge. I end up going to the feds. The other 2 times I was in the state. This time I went to the feds, and I ended up getting 5 years, another 5 years.
It's like the story's good, but then you got just damn it. How the fuck?
So 2016. Happened in 2016. I came home right before COVID, like literally right before COVID hit.
And you was rocking.
And I came home.
No, before the arrest, you was rocking, bro.
Before the arrest, I was rocking, and then I came home. Like that first month or two, I started rocking in Florida again. It was like I started rocking, but then COVID hit, shut everything down.
No. Go back to the part that I like. This is hilarious because I play Xbox, so I know the Call of Duty lingo. So tell them about when you get arrested and they're looking at your phone, and they're just like, "Yo, where you at? We gotta kill these niggas."
Yeah. So I get arrested, and they ask me permission to search my phone. I say, "Yeah, go ahead, because you ain't gonna find nothing. There's nothing really that I talked about on my phone." So I'm getting messages from Xbox. I got Xbox Live, I got the app. So I'm getting messages on my boys like, yo, we fighting, we killing. What's up? Get online. We about to kill these motherfuckers. But they start talking like that, like the way we talk. And this motherfucker like, yo, somebody about to get killed. I don't know what you picked up. You fucked up the vial. I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you reading? He's like, they want you to kill somebody. They said they're about to shoot somebody over here. This one over here. Your man, your friend. I say, officer, that's my Xbox app. I play video games.
It's Call of Duty, baby.
I play video games. They tried to tell me that some code shit. Like I'm like I said, no, the code is coming from the burner phone you got. This is my real phone. Because now my ex-wife is calling me. Everybody's calling me because I was basically kidnapped for like 9 hours. They wanted me to.
Oh, because you went to do it. You thought you'd be back in time for dinner.
Back in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Everybody's calling me like, yo, Serge ain't called back. Like his phone's off.
Missing.
So I'm getting mad phone calls. Yo, where you at? And so the officer like, yo, you pissed somebody off. I'm like, yo, that got nothing to do with that shit in there. 2 different things. This shit. So that was funny and shit. They ended up believing it eventually, and that was that. So
I know the lingo, bro, because I play Call of Duty, I play PUBG, I play whatever. So that when you told me that shit, I was just,
because we talk violent. When I get to tell everybody, bitch ass nigga, fuck that, yo, this motherfucker. I got banned. I got banned for 17 days.
Oh, you did?
I said some shit.
Oh no, I think they own that now. Before you could talk crazy, now they own that shit.
I'm playing with a dude that's on PlayStation, so you got to go to game chat. When you go on game chat, everybody hears you. So when you hear that and you say a curse, if you're in a party chat, nobody hears you. It's just us. When you're in game chat, everybody hears you.
Oh, okay.
So that's what happened. I said some dumb shit about dumb.
Whatever, man, whatever.
And now I'm 17.
Oh no, you can't say the N word. You can't say say the homophobic word.
Nothing.
They cracked down on that. Because no, before.
I don't even think you can say fact.
No, nothing. They got real sensitive about that.
Yeah.
So coming home from so you come home.
Come on.
In Florida or New York?
I get released to Florida. That COVID hit, fucked everything up. Everybody started going online, DJing on Instagram and stuff like that. And then through the course of that, Joe already opened up the store in 158.
Yeah.
He had 2 stores already open, and then this one was being built. The one that we in. Shout out to NYC. This one was being built, and then once my probation was lifted and stuff like that. Well, the only reason why I moved back was because my stepfather was dying of cancer. He was like almost out. So, and then my ex-wife was battling cancer. My daughter's mother, may she rest in peace. So my probation got lifted. Took my ankle monitor off. I was done. So it was almost all that happened in one shot. So I felt like, damn, let me go to New York for a little while, hang out with my family, because they're going through. My stepfather ends up passing away. I'll go to New York for that. Then my ex-wife she's there. She's about to go. That's let me go to New York.
Hold your daughter down.
Be with my daughter, hold her down because it's gonna be tough. Because I know what it was when I lost my father. It was I made the worst decisions. Once my father passed away, the worst decisions I ever made in my life was because of that. So I said, I know what it was. Let me go hold my daughter down. And then I ended up coming to New York, and it was like 1 week turned into 2 weeks, 2 weeks turned into 3 weeks, and I've been here like 2 years now because of that. Just being there. Then I ended up. Joe was like, go work at the store, like. Because I was DJing too, because Elliot put me, one of my first promoters that I started working since I was back was Elliot. And I was working with Elliot, and then Joe was like, just work in the fucking store. And then one day, Monday became Tuesday, and I was in the store the whole fucking week. I started getting paid, I'm working with Elliot.
So this is the Bronx store, so you don't work in this store, you work in the...
I manage the Broadway store, the Heights, the one in the Heights.
Put your friends on, people. You see that? I like that.
We got 3 stores, Upper YC Dykeman, Upper YC the Bronx, Upper YC the Heights.
And we in the BX, baby. Let's go. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, people. I'm so focused. There's a reason why these hats are here. So obviously the BX is the BX. I'm the voice of the Bronx. The Yankees are in the playoffs. The Mets are in the playoffs. So we had to show love to the team.
You know what it is.
You know what I mean? But let's talk about real quick the key to the city. I mentioned that your boy, the friendship that you guys got, right? You said you guys from nothing, like from 15, to your brother Fat Joe getting the key to the fucking city, bro. Like what? What the fuck is that, bro?
It's dope. I mean, they're coming from where we come from,
Vietnam.
Projects. Yeah, like they're coming from.
In the living room, fucking rapping.
It definitely shows like people in our neighborhood, the younger kids and all stuff like
It's possible.
You could change. You could change. All you gotta do is just stay focused. You know what I mean? I've been in trouble in and out. You know what I mean? And people that know me, me. People that know me know like, yo, Serge's a good dude, genuinely. Like I made some mistakes, but it wasn't like I wasn't an evil person. There's people that make mistakes, and there's really fucked up people. And, so I got some more friends I got some friends that are just like, wow, this motherfucker's crazy. But it's but it shows that because Joe even got his degree. He got a degree. It shows because people can say what they want to say about Joe or us, but at the end of the day, we give back. They're always gonna find something to say, like, oh, y'all only give back because for the shine or for the look or whatever. It doesn't matter. We still helping our people.
No, the store that you manage has like a school in the back.
This one here.
This one? Oh, this is the one?
This one with the school in the back.
With the school in the back, with the kids, the computers and shit.
Yeah, we have a school for free. The kids come in, they learn for free. We got a teacher. She teaches the kids for free after school. All our stores every year we give away, for Christmas, for Thanksgiving, Halloween, all those holidays, we always in front of the store, all 3 of our stores. We got backings from like the supermarkets. The supermarkets they come with big ass trucks and they bring us mad food and we give it away to everybody.
You guys helped out with the Puerto Rico situation?
Puerto Rico, so
There's definitely giving back.
So somebody always gonna find something negative to say why we did what we did, but at the end of the day, we helped. We helped and we tried to, help as many people as we can. And people recognize that. So like I said, like people recognize Joe for that. Joe always is trying to push, the good and not the bad. People always talk about fucked up shit. Unfortunately, my story with me and you talking about my story, I have a dark side to my story. But I always have a positive side too. People know me. People know I'm a good person. People know when I'm DJing, I love DJing and I get happy and I like people singing the songs and happy and I like seeing people happy and I'm the one doing it. So, it's dope seeing Joe go through that and that I'm a part of that too. Because I'm behind the scenes. Joe is the front. And like us, people like me and other people related to Joe, and we behind the scenes, but we part of the machine.
No, 100%. And the machine is, bro. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Like when it comes to the boroughs, Brooklyn has 5 Fat Joes. You know what I'm saying? Queens has 5. Bro, Joe means a lot to this community, to the BX. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you got other rappers. That you got French, you got Big Pun. Obviously, you got Remy. There's a lot of Bronx rappers, but that longevity is crazy, bro. And the nigga's a hit maker. Like, where the fuck he keep getting hits
from?
from?
That's one song, but that's what like we had a lot of people in the Bronx. Bronx is on top right now. I think the Bronx has got the best rappers. Not best. When I say best, I'm talking about popular. Like you got Ice Spice, you got Cardi B, you got Cass Cobain, you got all these people from the Bronx. The Bronx is popping right now. Yeah. That's what's in right now, like so. But we popping right now. Like the Bronx is on the.
No, and this is why I do this, bro. I need to show love to the people around me, the people that I admire growing up. One more thing, because I saw you on TikTok, and I'm like, that's my man. When from the Balanga fight, obviously, he fought Canelo. You was in the dressing room, you know what I'm saying? Bro, there's a hard. I'm gonna send you the picture, Curb. It's like from an angle with Joe and Edgar Balanga coming out. Mm-hmm. He walked him out, obviously, with the reggaeton dude. I forgot his name. He was there too, and that picture is just iconic. I put that shit on my AG immediately. And you was in the dressing room, like when after the loss, obviously, but he still toe to toe with a legend. But when he walks into the locker room before because someone's like, nigga, put the camera down. But that you was like you in places, bro, that you with Edgar Balanga in his dressing room, like that's, and we got a rap from he's not from the Bronx, he's from Brooklyn, that don't matter, but he's Puerto Rican, and he went toe to toe with Canelo, bro. What was that like? That was, and you was in Vegas, by the way.
Yeah, it was a win-win. In the dressing room when I went there, I only told him one thing. I said, yo, great job. It was a win-win. I said, you didn't lose. He was like, he gave me a hug, whatever. I kept on. He said, true, it's a win-win. He stood toe-to-toe with a champion that, legend. Basically, he basically was fighting Floyd Mayweather. If you compare it, that's what he was fighting. And he went.
And he got rocked.
He got rocked, but he rocked.
And to get rocked and I'm saying rocked, but he fell. He got knocked down. And to get back up.
You look, Canelo was marked the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Balanga I was there with him in the face. He had like one little mark or whatever, So
he didn't get destroyed. He got knocked down. He got back up and he got knocked down early.
Yeah, because he was, like I said, it was inexperience. And so he did a great. But
to get knocked down in the 3rd round and still go 12.
He did that's not easy. He didn't get wise. It was a win-win. His career is just gonna go as long as he don't lose and get knocked out.
Shout out to Edgar Balanga, bro. That's Puerto Rico. But so my brother, man, this is bro. I really, this is surreal to me, man. Like we are in up NYC, and thank you for this.
It's an honor. We've been doing it for a minute. And I like sharing my story because there's a lot of DJs. I speak for the DJs. A lot of people that don't feel a way out. Like when we talk about Joe, I found a way out. I can DJ and do clubs. I just made mistakes. I just do dumb shit. But it's always good to surround yourself around positive people or whatever. But DJing is the only thing that kept me sane. You know, it kept me, you know, playing music and being around other DJs and going to the club and being, because I don't drink. I don't do the hookahs, I don't do none of that shit. When you see me in the club, I'm either eating chicken wings or listening to the fucking DJ. You know what I mean? That's what I like doing. I love music. I love learning stuff. I learn stuff from all the DJs all the time, and I like being around them. And when I go home, I open up my computer and start downloading shit and putting shit there. I take the shit real serious. And I try to tell DJs that, you know, even the younger DJs, I always tell them all the time, like, yo, if you need help, or you need questions, or you trying to do something, call me. Like, if you need music, I'll give you all my music. Like, it's nothing. It's nothing for me.
You can't take it with you.
Yeah, it's nothing for me. I want you to be dope. I want you to say, like, nah, Serge helped me out. Serge gave me all this music, or Serge is the one that told me to do it this way or whatever. You know, because at the end of the day, I'm a teacher too. You know, like I can teach, you know, DJing, you know, the fundamentals of it, you know, of all that stuff. And my door is always open to DJs. But also, I'm supposed to be going to Rikers Island soon to talk to the inmates. You know, I'm supposed to be going there real soon and let them know, like, you know,
shit ain't cool.
Yeah, like I've been there with you. I've been here with you. Like because you know I'm the only one that can relate to people like me can relate to people like them that's sitting behind bars and stuff like that. Like I did it. I've carried razors. I did all that shit. You know, I did the same thing y'all do, but there's another better side. You know, you can get out of that. You know, just you know, you might look. I was an artist, a DJ, a graffiti, like a dancer. You just got to tap into that. You got to just say, choose what you want to do. Like, you know, so I know you motherfuckers know how to rap or...
You know how to do, you got to tune in. You got to tap in.
Everybody was a rapper. Everybody was rapping. Yo, get it to Punk, get it to Joe, get it to... Yeah, but they were nice, though. I'm not talking about...
But now they're in a situation they can't even show, they can't show their craft.
Right, to tell people, yo, you can find a way. Just don't, you know, just got to keep pushing. Like, every time I come out, you know, I'm blessed that obviously I have a friend like Joe but most of my DJ shit, I think 99% of me DJing in clubs, I did that myself. It wasn't like Joe called the promoter and said, yo, I want Serge here. I did that myself. I stepped to Elliot by myself, you know, like you know, somebody said, yo, Serge is here, boom, boom, boom. So my bond with them, it was just me. It wasn't like, it was genuine. It wasn't something, hey, my boy's here. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like Joe asking for a favor for somebody else. I did it myself, and I proved it. Like, yo, Serge is nice. That nigga really know how to, he know how to rock. He know how to hold the crowd. He know how to, you know, chant. He's DJs for real. I'm not just pushing the fucking button and all this. I've been doing shit my fucking life. I thought I DJ with 2 tape decks. You know what I mean? If you can't DJ with 2 tape decks, then you don't tell me about it. You know, so you know, like my door's always open to everybody. You know, like, you know, shout out.
No, I love it, man, and you know, and we telling the bad stories about the arrest, not to glorify, but just to let the people know that, you know what, don't give up. You know what I'm saying? You've been arrested 3 times, 3 bids, and you know what, you pick yourself right back up, and you know.
I always snap back. You know, everybody has a different issue, you know, different reason for why they got into some type of trouble. You know, whatever it was, you know, drugs, parents, or whatever. You know, like. Everybody has different, you know, mental health. You know, mental health is a big, you know, I don't think I suffer from any mental health. I mean, I'm somewhere probably in my head, I'm a little bit crazy because of the shit that I've seen in my life, you know, being from where I'm from Vietnam. I saw niggas get shot up and stabbed and cut. Like, I've seen it all my life. I've seen gruesome stuff, you know, and so maybe a little bit, but I've seen a lot of people, a lot of my friends that suffer from that, and I always try to be there for them and talk to them, you know, like, and say, look, you know, I got you, don't worry about it. I text people like, yo, y'all good, whatever, like, you know, so, you know, that's why I stress, like, my door's always open, like, to anybody. Like, y'all call me, text me, yo, Serge, how you do this, how you do that. That's why I tell my story to let people know, like, all right, like, I could talk to Serge. He been through that. He did that. He been there. He, you know, been here. Let me talk to Serge, and he speaks about it openly.
No, but even with this, like, you know, when we was talking in Queens, and Ellie was like, "Yo, he got a podcast." He was like, "Where?" He was like, "You was like anytime." I'm like, "Oh shit." Yeah. And even when we because we you know we been through this show before, and you know we couldn't put it out because you know it was you know whatever happened, technical difficulty, and I was embarrassed, bro, to tell you, yo, fucked it up. No, my bad.
Nah, but I did it. But we did it again. Let's do it again. Yeah, because I like I said, I want people to hear my story and say, you know, because there's a lot of people that whether you're in the closet or whatever, and they're afraid to come out, you know, and because they're just afraid, you know, and that's why my stepson, he's gay. My sister's a lesbian. You know, I've heard her, and I love them. I was like, yo, why is that? That motherfucker's acting like y'all ain't know that shit. I knew that shit for years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, like I always, you know, always try to encourage, like, yo, just say it. Like, don't hide nothing because we can't. If we don't talk about it, then nobody's gonna know. So like in my experience, a lot of DJs that a lot of people probably never knew. Like, oh shit, Serge been in jail 3 times. Serge shot 2 people. Serge did this. Like, I never knew that, and that's why I talk about it. Yeah, like
you wouldn't know because you don't carry that around.
Like a friend of mine, one of my best friends, he was thinking about doing something crazy, and he called me late at night and said, "Sir, like I told you, because boom boom," and I talked him out of it, you know, because he knew my story. He knew. I was like, "Yo, what, you bugging?" Or you fucking? And I talked to him for like 3 hours and talked him out of it, you know. And if I can help anybody with that, whether they're gonna decide they want to go to fucking jail or do some dumb shit, and I can talk to them, I'm like, yo, you know, I have a way of talking with people, you know, whether it's me DJing in the DJ booth or just like this, me and you, like, you know, and making my point. When it comes to that, I'm very honest about stuff, and like I don't sugarcoat nothing, especially if it's, you know, whether it's a career. Yeah, that's the best way. The best way I can tell you is that, like, hey, you know your wife is fucking, right? You know, like I'm just saying, like. No,
the point is you keep it real.
Yeah.
Your wife is fucking. What the fuck happened? You're a real friend. You're a real friend.
Yeah.
But you know what? Thank you to Up NYC in the Bronx. This is 2490.
Yeah, 2490.
2490 3rd Ave. If you want the kids to, you know, use the back, use the after school program. Shout out to my producer. Shout out to him too, Curb. Shout out to my
Lefty, what's up, Lefty?
yeah, it's my nigga. Yo, he been holding me down lately. Shout out to Wattel, you know what I'm saying? Hats, shirts, hoodies, jackets.
I got a story for you.
Let's do it.
I can't do it here.
Okay. Oh, by the way, we kind of in a rush, trying to get him out. He got a gig. He got a gig right now.
Literally around the corner.
Yeah, exactly. And we got more of the committee coming.
Yeah, the committee.
Stay tuned.
The committee coming soon. We got a group that we put together, DJs, and we just trying to bring back like the super dope old school vibe once a month. Shout out to my brother Elliot. He's the brain, the ringleader of that. And it's just
I'm gonna try to do this. Nino Flex, DJ Pep, Precise, Rafi Mercado, Jay. Damn it, are you cheating? I'm trying to get in there. J Boogie NYC and DJ Surge, baby. Woo! Killed that. Thank you, my brother. This is dope.
you press record.